Dexter Season 6 episode review video. Before I get into that, though, pretty important. If you aren't caught up to the point where I am, rewatching or watching Dexter, or you're just not entirely sure, then you definitely need to take the initiative and pay attention to the episode's title, which of course I'll mention, as well as put in the description for you. If that happens to be the case and you're not caught up, it would be my recommendation that you don't watch this video any further to avoid any potential spoilers. This will be Dexter Season 6, Episode 11. The title of this episode is called Talk to the Hand. And this will be my review, reaction, recap after just finishing watching the episode, although it was a few days ago. Crime scene for Holly Benson, and of course the poison gas. Holy shit, it's Steve Dorsey, and Batista was supposed to check that lead out. Travis has indeed tied up Batista and tells him to pray to God fast. And then Travis also tells Beth, God chose you. Travis gives Beth Batista's card to get in and out of the station, or in and out of different rooms in the station. Deb calls Quinn and he turns around to head to the Dorsey place. Beth goes to the station. She uses Angel's car to get past the metal detectors. She calls Travis and tells her that her turn to speak to Lieutenant Morgan. Deb's out in the field right now, Beth is told, so she says she'll wait and sits down. Travis is about to shoot Batista, and Quinn arrives just in the nick of time. Travis has actually set the room on fire, and Quinn saves Batista. He tells Quinn Travis Marshall went out the window. So Quinn calls Deb and tells her that Angel's okay. Whew, thank God Dexter called the anonymous tip in. Otherwise, Angel would be dead. Deb tells Dexter about the Jessica Moore / Tom Matthews stuff. Deb arrives back at the station. A cop tells Deb there's someone there to see her. Beth Dorsey approaches Deb as Dexter, while this is happening at the same time, figures out that Beth Dorsey is married to Steve, obviously. And Dexter, just in the nick of time, pushes Beth into maybe an interrogation room, one of the other rooms, and shuts the door and tells Deb to evacuate the building. And Deb says that and pulls the fire alarm. Everyone evacuates, including our main man, Soderquist, in his orange polo. And Beth Dorsey dies due to whatever she had, the wormwood or whatever it was. And Dexter has saved many lives today, including Deb's life. Jamie to the rescue again as Dexter's leaving Harrison again for like the 1 millionth time. He's literally spent like 5 minutes with Harrison this whole season. Harrison is going to be a lion for a play or pageant. Miami Metro has been sidelined by Homeland Security. So it's time for Dexter's dark passenger to take the reel again. Dexter's nose is bleeding due to being close to the wormwood. Travis learns that Beth Dorsey failed in her attempt to get to Deborah Morgan. Now it's up to Travis. He must pass the test. Travis has killed a couple and is staying in their house, keeping the cat alive for entertainment, I guess. Tom Matthews and Deb's dinner date time. Matthews tells Deb that some cases are better left alone. She tells him she knows about the flowers. Matthews says he's been alone for a long time and says he came back and found her laying on the floor and tried to revive her. She was dead and he couldn't change that. What happened, Matthews says. So Matthews tries to guilt Deb into telling everybody nothing. And Deb really doesn't, I'm not sure, she doesn't really feel that. Back at the station, Soderquist is now in a blue polo following Masuka and Lewis Green into the briefing room. Couldn't he just get some dialogue? One word of dialogue? Come on! Random Homeland Security lady is doing interviews. Batista tells Quinn he can't have a partner he can't trust. Deb has another session with Dr. Michelle Ross. She's very proud of Dexter. He saved a lot of lives, including hers. Dr. Ross doesn't think Deb's crazy. She wants that in writing. Dr. Ross brings up she may have feelings for Dexter other than just a brother sister relationship, as he's not her actual biological brother. And Dr. Ross thinks that she has developed complex feelings for Dexter, as he is a big, and I mean big, part of her life. But sure as shit, not in love with her brother, is what Deb says. Lewis Green apologizes to Dexter, wants to make his life count for something, and Lewis is sending the Ice Truck Killer's mannequin hand thing to Dexter. Dexter puts Geller's hand on a angel statue outside of the museum that Travis Marshall worked at. Dexter sends Travis a message, or actually sends him a video, standing next to his boat, the Slice of Life. And then Travis actually paints Dexter on the wall of this house that he's staying at. Matthews is mad that Deb just wouldn't let the Jessica Moore case go. They're recommending that Matthews retire. Deb tells Batista and Quinn that they're back in charge of the case. No more fuck-ups. We get Travis Marshall. Got it? It was La Guerta who told the higher-ups about Tom Matthews. She threatens Deb that she better listen to her or she'll find a lieutenant that will. Brother-sister talk time. Dexter kisses Deb, but it's actually a dream. Travis arrives at the marina. Dexter has another nosebleed and starts to faint a little bit. Dexter is going after Travis but stumbles and drops the M99, and Travis is able to pick up the N99 needle, M99 needle, I think I said N for a second there, and actually gets Dexter in the hand with the M99, and Dexter wakes up in a small little boat with gasoline. Dexter is surrounded by a ring of fire as Travis goes away in the Slice of Life, and then it blows up. But Dexter is actually able to swim away. Dexter seems lost, and he's out there in the middle of the ocean with really nowhere to go. And that's what ends the episode. So this was an interesting episode, but it didn't have a lot. They could have done a lot more with it. I'm going to score it a 7.9 out of 10. There was some really good moments in this episode. Our male character of the episode, I'm going to give this one to Travis Marshall. Our female character of the episode, I'm going to give this one to Deb. Or not Deb, I'm sorry, not Deb. I'm going to give it to La Guerta, as she was scheming all along. A scheme to essentially get Matthews out of the picture, and now she'll be very high up at Miami Metro. And then as far as our bad people in the episode, well, last episode I forgot to rank Steve Dorsey, so I'll give him a 2 out of 10 for the last episode that he died in. And then Beth Dorsey actually played a bigger role than Steve did. Steve was really only used to make a video. That was his big important part. He did stab Holly Benson. I'm going to give Beth a 6.0 out of 10 because she was pretty dark. I mean, she almost got Deb and all the other people at Miami Metro Homicide. That would have been a bad thing, but thankfully Dexter intervened when he did, and I mean, Dexter really gets a huge shout out in this episode. But I'll give Beth a 6.0 out of 10, and Steve, like I said, a 2.0 out of 10. And yeah, we're almost done with season 6 of Dexter. Thank fucking God. Although some episodes are more entertaining than I remember, it's still a season where I just don't like all the religious innuendos. I don't know. I don't like it. So, of course, you've heard what I have to say. Now it is your turn. If you're a fan of Dexter or Dexter New Blood, which I hope you are, you're watching this video, and you want to help me out with this freaking YouTube algorithm, don't forget, and I mean don't forget, to smash that like button, share the video with whomever you want, put it on any of your social media platforms, sound off in the comment section about what your thoughts are on this episode. What would you rate it? Who would be your male? Who would be your female character of the episode? If you want to rank the villains that die in the episode, you can do that. You can do Steve and Beth. I forgot to do Steve last episode. He didn't really do a lot in the series, so that's probably why I forgot him. And then, of course, last but certainly not least, don't forget to hit that sub button. You're watching the video anyway. Subscribe to the channel. Join the team. Show your damn support and be a part of something special. And JDev will return.